Yes, I have roughly $1,600 a month in car payments.
My husband drives a 2020 GMC AT4 Sierra 1500, so y'all thought my $1,400 Tahoe payment was bad. His truck payment is $1,600 a month.
Another car? The minimum monthly payment's $1,095?
Yeah. This year more than ever, Americans are putting themselves in astronomical debt buying cars. It's $1,000 car payments has become the norm at this point.
The average new car payment is $800 a month? That's insanity.
Most auto loan places are able to give you the loan that you want by just extending out the term, even if the interest rate's 20-25%.
Yeah.
It's scary.
And paying that much for a car can be devastating and super risky financially, especially in this climate where unemployment is rising to pandemic levels. People are struggling with the increased cost of living, rising housing prices, and student loan repayments where borrowers are finding out that they owe tens of thousands of dollars in interest alone.
It should be illegal to put interest on student loans. What the hell is this? The interest on my $50,000 loan for my research year during med school totals $78,000. The interest is more than the loan, meaning by the end of the payment, I owe $128,000 total. Am I doing something wrong? How else are people paying for this? Should I not have went to school?
So going deeper in debt to pay an $800, $900, $1,000 monthly payment on a depreciating asset like a car should be the last thing that anyone is doing in this economy. But
My husband drives a 2020 GMC AT4 Sierra 1500. We bought it in August of 2022. Financed it for $78,000. He still has a remaining balance of, I think it's $72,000 or $74,000. His payments are $1,600 a month. So y'all thought my $1,400 Tahoe payment was bad. His truck payment is $1,600 a month.
But I'm Jew, welcome to the channel. Please like and share the video. Don't forget to sub. Now, let's get into it.
In 2024, I financed a 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee. My APR was a 25%. The truck costed about $35,000, and my car note was $950. But when I initially got ready to finance, it was $1,025 or $1,050. But he told me he was able to give me a deal, and he dropped it down to $950. But he also said I can come back in 3 months, and if I pay my car note on time, which was the $950, for 3 or 4 months, I can come back and refinance. Now, me personally, I never heard of anything like that, but I went on and took his word because I needed a vehicle. Now, when I first walked in the dealership, I wasn't trying to buy a vehicle. I just wanted to, drive one around and just get the feel of a new vehicle. But I ended up leaving a lot with one. At the time, I had just paid off my credit card, and my credit score was about a 6-something. So it still was low, so I should have waited. So that was on me. I'm going to take that L. I kept it for about a month. In the second week, I was like, I can't afford these. Like, I had to pay $400 to even get my insurance on a vehicle, and then it was going to be $256 a month. So from my car note and my insurance, that would have been $1,200 a month.
25% is diabolical. I mean, she's basically just going to be paying the interest on that truck. And situations like this are why financial literacy is so important. Cars in general are depreciating assets that lose 10 to 20% of value the second you drive it off the lot. And the longer you have a car, the more you drive it, the more value it loses over time. Which isn't the worst thing if you have a paid off car and you don't have to worry about monthly payments. But if you are paying close to $1,000 on a car that's continuing to lose value over time, you could easily end up owing more on the car than it's actually worth. And terms like she was talking about are super scary and predatory, because if you have a family emergency, lose your job, or just can't afford a monthly payment of $900 in this economy, then what? Situations like that are why delinquencies and repossessions are skyrocketing right now.
Who y'all gonna give it to? They taking it to parts?
And I get that everyone's situation is different. There are some people with a high income that can afford crazy monthly payments to drive whatever they want.
I don't care that I have a $700 car note. I don't care because I'm in this car a lot, right? Think about it. We commute to work, to the gym, to the stores. We're in this car 1-2 hours every day. Best believe that I'm going to drive something that I like and that I'm comfortable in. So yeah, I'll pay my $700 car note, and best believe, yes, I am going to buy the maintenance package because my car needs to be on schedule for its maintenance. And listen, the real flex is buying a nice car cash, right? But we don't all have it like that, but we can afford a little, $700 payment. And I'm cool with that.
But for everyone else, unless you get a great deal at a great price with a low interest rate, paying monthly payments on a car note is like setting your money on fire. And one thing that we have to remember is that when we see these crazy car payments, it's not just the payment. That number doesn't include insurance, maintenance, gas, which will add on a few more $100 every month. And things are only going to get worse in the car market because car prices were already rising for new and used cars. And that was before Trump's tariffs on imported cars and parts, which is going to push car prices up $5,000 to $12,000.
Honda just put out a statement and they said, well, you know what? We're making our cars in Indiana now. We're no longer making them in Mexico. When I heard that, I was like, that's crazy because that's going to make Honda Civics so much more expensive because the cost of input is going to be so much higher. Think about the overhead, the infrastructure, the rent, the property taxes that you have to pay in the U.S. versus Mexico, the fact that you have to pay unionized workers in the U.S. at $40, $50 per hour. The U.S. tariffs could add up to $12,000 to new car prices. Imagine what this will do to a Honda Civic. And for certain models, it's expected to be more than double this amount.
Which just makes seeing all these videos on TikTok of car dealerships trying to normalize insane monthly payments just seems so much more slimy and predatory.
Grace, what's the highest payment you've ever seen?
$1,784.
Demetrius, what's the highest payment you've ever seen?
Oh, $2,100.
Leslie, what's the highest payment you've seen?
$1,400.
What's your car payment?
$744.
Hey Chuck, what's your car payment?
$726.
How much is your car payment?
Like $1,000.
How much is your car payment?
$1,080.
I mean, this time next year, they're going to be trying to normalize $2,000 car payments. And as if that wasn't bad enough, now automakers are trying to find a way to squeeze even more money out of consumers. Literally forcing people that already purchased their cars to literally pay a subscription fee to get access to all the features in their car. You know, probably the reason they bought the car in the first place.
Soon, your car might not even be your car anymore. Automakers want to turn this thing you drive every day into a moving subscription. Cruise control, emergency brakes, heated seats, things already in your car, now all blocked by a paywall. Corporations are rushing to tap into what's estimated to become a $200 billion market. What this really means is that car companies are finding new ways to keep people in perpetual debt. It's already incredibly hard to afford a car in the first place. It costs around $47,000 for a new one, and people spend on average over $700 a month to pay it off.
Toyota is charging us $600 a year to keep all of our functions on our 2025 Camry after we've owned it for a year. After a year, Toyota expires some of the vehicle functions. So what are those functions? Well, probably the biggest thing that expires after a year is remote start via the Toyota app. So you used to be able to, from anywhere, open the app and remote start your vehicle to get it cooled down. That's no longer a thing after a year. You also lose the digital key functionality, so you have to take your keys everywhere with you. You can no longer use your watch or your phone. Another big thing that expired is our navigation. Despite us buying the high-end XSE trim level with the big screen, when we tab to the navigation menu, guess what? It's now expired, and if I hit get started, all it wants to do is sell me the subscription.
It's legit time to find like a 2000 Toyota Camry. But like I said before, everyone's situation is different. If you do need a car, make sure all your ducks are in a row. Shop around, negotiate the price, and remember to factor in maintenance and insurance to your monthly payment. If you have to buy from a dealership, make sure your credit score is up, like over 700 to get good rates. If you can find a good used car outside of car dealerships like an online marketplace, then go for it, especially if you're able to pay for it outright without a loan. At the end of the day, a car is just something to get you from point A to point B. So don't go broke trying to impress people, because money that you throw down the drain on a car will always be better invested in something else. Whether that's mutual funds, a Roth IRA, crypto, a house, anything is better than just throwing away money on a car. But thanks for watching. Y'all let me know what you think about all this in the comments. Also, make sure you check out the next video, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram for behind the scenes and life stuff, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.